Hi, good morning. This is Rick Rogers at Doomsday Tank Models, coming at you a little early. Just woke up, coffee by my side, and I did some prep work yesterday. I've started another model. I'm going to paint another model's camouflage today, and we'll see how that goes. I'll incorporate it in this video as far as progress. So we're going to cover how I do some prep the day before, and then I'll spend a day. I've been coming up to the hobby room too many times now and just kind of putzing around. So I want to, even if I'm not painting, I want to go ahead and start another project, and don't want to do any harm. So I'm going to show you what I do to organize. Maybe I'll give you some ideas. That's the goal, and see what you think. So we're going to get into this. So what I'm basically doing here is taking the bogey wheels, drive wheel, and idler wheel. It's got part numbers. Now, the drive wheel and the idler wheel, it's really easy to tell what's what. It can get confusing with the bogey wheels. So I just tend to make a little separation, and you'll see what I'm up to here. Okay, hopefully you got a good bird's eye view of this. I just take some painter's tape in there. Anything will do. And I write down the part number of the bogey wheels. That could get confusing. You don't want to glue the wrong things together, because when this plastic welds together, it's not pretty when you're trying to make a correction. So I put the numbers on those. Some parts aren't so difficult because they had different characteristics. And you do this long enough, you won't even need the numbers. I do it just to keep myself right, so I won't be in a hurry to glue these together. This tends to be my favorite part of the model, is the bogey wheels. Can't explain that, it just is. And from here, what I do, I have a same tray box over here with the same numbers, and then as I clean them, I put them in here. And one thing I've done already, and it really doesn't want to come out of there. All right, one thing I've done already is clean the exhaust, the toe shackles, tow hooks, and the apparatus is going to carry the jack in the rear of the tank. And I've just used some double-sided tape to keep that straight. So those are cleaned up. So it kind of gives, at least for me, it gives me a kind of a log of where I'm at. So when I come here with my coffee in the morning, I can just bang away at this and get some stuff going. This project is going to be a take two on the Tamiya 148 Porsche turret, as it's known. A tank that has a different turret than the production turret or Henschel turret that came after it. So I'm just going to be pecking away at this while I get the Tiger 2 with the Henschel turret painted up today for camouflage, and go from there. This is the tank I'll be building up in this video. This is the Porsche turret, otherwise known as initial production turret. And let me show you the one. I've already done this tank, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing a little differently this time. Okay, so this is the original Porsche tank that I did, and I like it. I'm not wild about the camo, but it was a first effort for camo. It was also using Mission Models paint. I had some difficulty with it. If you're a fan of Mission Models, maybe you know how to get over it. but I switched to lacquer-based paints, and I seem to be having a better time of it. They're just a little translucent, and different paint over here. You see it's more of a solid color, and I never got around to doing a dusting on that, but I kind of wanted to see it free and clear for any future efforts for camouflage. Anyway, the reason I decided to build this tank again was these side skirts. I hate them. I'm sure they had a use as far as keeping damage from the bogey wheels and whatnot. I don't know if it was worth the extra steel. Russians never did this. The Western Allies did not do it. I think it was just a waste of steel, especially with the overlapping road wheels. When you had to get to the inside bogies, having to take off several others just to get to it. The side skirts didn't help any getting in the way. I imagine they had to take those off to some limitation as well to get to them. So it's just too much. And plus, since I'm using metal tracks here, I like to show them, and they're hidden underneath the skirts, and that's shame on me. So I at least should have maybe taken out some sections or something like that, but I didn't. I did it all as one piece on both sides. So on this one, on this reload, I will not be doing any side skirts at all, just like the Hensel turret that's coming out right now. And you'll see that when I get some paint on it today. So anyway, this is my system for the bogey wheels. Cleaning them up is nothing exciting. I'm sure you've all been through this. You just got to cut off these little tabs from the sprue and then sand them off. And I never worried about getting them really that smooth. It's steel after all, so there's going to be some texture to it. So hopefully that was helpful. It's just another way to get a little bit organized, and then when you plop down your bench, it gives you something to do. There's nothing wrong with having several projects going on at the same time. It's no big deal. They'll all get eventually done, so don't knock yourself out for. Some people are very organized. They do one project, finish it, and then go on to the next. I admire that. I can't pull it off. So anyway, so I just want to give you this tip. I may incorporate into this video the painting, or do that as a separate one. I think I may do it separate and not crunch too much into one video. I like to make these less than 15 minutes normally. But just a tip about getting things organized as far as cutting them off the sprue. I like to I like to take the parts off and take as many sprues out of the equation as possible, and that way I feel like I'm making some progress. So it's just a way to keep score in my view. So anyway, hope you like this, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching.